Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. And we are working on the Lapbook again with the Forest Stamperia paper pad. We have already done, just for a preliminary for you, we've already done the fishies with the flip ups and more plans for things. I'm getting the bases on right now. Then we're going to get fancy and figure out a few other things to do. We did this wing yesterday. Isn't that cute? Wing with a bird. Okay. we did this wing yesterday, which has a lot of little birdies in the forest and stuff. And nothing is like secured down yet because I've got ideas for maybe other little tuck ups because I wanted to point out that this is like an actual little tuck in for something here as well. But it's still kind of skinny. Even with all of this it's inside, it's still got mushy room. And I've got some, journal cards to put in here and some tags and a few little decorations and things. But I still think I can put another flip out or something of that nature nature in here. I've got to play on words today, don't I? All right, so this one has not been secured down yet to the little tuck on the other side, which is fortunate for me. I had planned, I wanted to take this piece here, and I think I'm going to cut it up here. I think it's going to go right across the bear's back. At first, I thought to do the lower portion, but I would be cutting the little foxes off. And I really like this little deer up here with the tracks and everything. Um, and I don't think I'd be losing. I'll get a little hedgehog in there and this little deer and some trees. So it gives me, and I love the ferns. I've been a fern fan for a long time. Plus, this is sort of the forest side. I don't know. I haven't really juggled it around. I do think I'm going to move this fish down to the lower portion and maybe turn these around. I love the fox, so I wanted him to be, you know, up up on the top because a little bit gets covered up when you do that. So yeah, we'll work on this today, and I needed to finish this page. I gotta figure out which one that was. Oh, I was going to do it exactly like a mirror image of this one. So it's this page right here that I'm going to put over here. And then we're going to work with this little tuck kind of a thing. I don't know if I'm going to secure it down, if I'm going to make it like it's can be tucked into that pocket. It's going to be something something like that. Thank you for coming to visit me. I forgot to say it again. But I really appreciate you dropping by. I hope I'm not too here, there, and everywhere in my explanations. I always worry about that, whether I'm getting my point across where you would understand what I'm talking about and that kind of thing. So, yeah, we're going to try to figure something. Maybe I'll do it over here where this nature is at. Is that going to stick out for me? It's right there. And it'd be, yeah, that I think would work. Is that right? Yeah. So we'll do that. I like that Arcana Nature kind of book thing. And that tab works perfectly. Actually, I've got it already cut to that shape. So all we have to do is get in here and pencil mark the length that I want to go with. Make sure it's straight. And give it that little bit of inset that I like. There. Oh, I moved it. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Where is the edge of that? Push that in just a tad. All right. I can always cut it down. You never have to worry. You can always cut it down. I've got the last forest pad that I used. I put it in this humongous... I think I called it Lepidopterist in Nature. Do y'all remember that one? It was big book, big one. And I I had put everything in there and mixed in a few other, I don't know, digitals, and I had a lot of mixed media kind of things in there. It was just fun. And it's big. It's like, is it 3 or 4 inches? It's huge. So I couldn't really, I didn't sell it because I didn't think I'd get my money's worth out of it. And, of course, I loved it. And, you know, at one point I wasn't really keeping my own work. And I'd see all these people on videos that do journals keeping their own items, and then later on being able to show them again at other points in the future. And I said, I need to start doing that on the ones I love. Now, the Poe journal, yeah, I did that. I did that with Poe. I kept one of them. I made 4. Oh, I got to give it a little bit better angle here. I may have to go with my small ones. I am. The bigger ones are great for straight distances. Here's a little scissor knowledge. Okay. These I've had forever. They are fabric scissors, but I've always used them with my crafting. They're great when you have, and that's why you'll always see me pick up the pink ones, any kind of straight stretches. But for tight maneuvering, you need the sports car, which these little bumblebees are perfect. So I gotta go in here right up close, but come in with a better angle. I don't even think that's a good enough angle. All right, that I think did it. So there we go. Some people need the soft cushion ones. Oh, that's perfect. Which are those soft handled ones. I think Paper Crafting with Miss Tommy has those. And but Tommy, I was so sorry to hear you say you're not doing videos anymore for the time being. She's just so busy that with her job and everything, she just doesn't have time to do it. She's the boss, y'all. She is mama boss at her job, so she has to keep everybody, going, and she's got to fill in, when there's always somebody off or called in. But yeah, she has the soft ones. And as I've been sitting there with Mom, I'll take one of these packs. I've ordered, how many? About 8, maybe that one time. I ordered about 8 Stamperia pads again, just so I had something to piddle with. They make a great book for the shop. Oh, that's a perfect cut too. Man. And I'm going to have to cut this little bit off. No, I don't have to worry about this end. I could actually cut it inward a little bit. There we go. Let's just do that because it's under a tuck. So I don't have to worry about how straight this edge is. I don't know if it's useful for anything else, but we'll stick it over here. I have my strips over there. All right, let's get the glue in this one. But yeah, so you can get these soft-handled scissors. Tim Holtz, he has a bunch of scissors out. I'm sure they're expensive. I'm not. I've had these. I had little bumblebees for going on 15 years, maybe. And then you have had those fabric scissors for even longer. Probably half my life. That'd be 30 years. I've crafted forever. I've got pictures of me. It's like I did different things at different times. I was always one that wanted to try different things. And I really loved the craft. Gosh, I got to poke a hole in that. The craft classes. What did I do? My tweezers. In school, because we'd always get to try something different every week or couple of weeks. And you know me, I don't like to do the same thing twice. So that always helped me out, learning different things. Then you can learn how to actually use them with other items. Like I did jewelry. When was that? I got a bunch of glass beads. I didn't like the plastic ones, so I got glass. And I was making bracelets at one point, mostly bracelets. I did do a few necklaces. I did some of those things that hang off your sunglasses so you could lay them on your chest, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I did a little bit of that kind of objects and that kind of stuff. Okay, I like that. And see, it kind of pulls you over here. Then you got the green there showing through, going with the green here. Oh! Sound like a seal, didn't I? All right, so we have it. And I'm also looking at this as, what do I have here that's interactive and can be used or can have items going into it or around it, on top of it, whatever. I still need to put something maybe on here to give it a, kind of a look. Now, you can see the little ruffled paper design on that edge of that paper. I didn't even plan that, but that looks good too, because that pulls you into the lighter elements here. I didn't have anything in here, but I did have, and I looked at my other blue papers. Here's my little scrappies for the other blue papers, but I do have one over here, don't I? What is this one? Oh, that's the sky. I think that's a little too light. I also have that could pass for like seaweed or something. That's not too bad. I had this because it had a little bit of green in it like that, but I wanted to put a tuck here. We discussed a tuck. And I don't know that does so well. I don't really like these mandala things. They're alright. But yeah, they're kind of out there. So I'm going to actually get in here. I would prefer to keep his tail visible. So I'm laying this down at the very bottom here. And let's see, I think it's about right here that I need to cut it. Am I too far? I think you can see that. And then where is it? And I'm going to go kind of up to here. Right, yeah, right by his tail. I'm going to cut a rounded edge there. Who is that? Somebody out there meowing at me. Okay. I got the door open for them to go in and out. It's kind of a chilly day today, but I like to let them get out there and do their thing. Yeah, especially before I have to leave. And he gets here later, so they don't get much of a chance. I think there's where I'm needing to go to stretch their legs. Alright, and right now, I'm going to have to do it off screen here, guys. Sorry about that. Alright. So there's that little piece. Now, while I'm in here with the cutter up here, let me cap this glue because it's going to give me some wonkies here before long. Alright, so we have this piece in here. Let me get the pencil where I can grab it. This piece in here with the eagle. See the eagle up there? This portion here I was not crazy with. So, I want to get in here and cut off some portion here to go up there. And, the best one to do is that one or that one. I'm trying to get it to where I can just do a little jiggy jag design or something and meet up with the other. I think this other side's the best because I want to cut along this little tree line here. Now that reminds me, I have tree line in a die cut that if I think I need decoration anywhere, that's what you need to do. You need to look into your items that you have on hand, and you got to see what might go along. Now I have some stamps that are little wild critters as well. Hello, Graylin. What are you doing? He likes to lay back here on the bed while Mommy is working, so I think that's what he's planning on doing. You better go outside while you got a chance. I think he's trying to lead me out there to feed him again. That cat does not eat what I want him to eat. And he begs. Okay. So, as you see what I'm doing, I'm just going to go along here and do a little rough ziggy-zaggy cut just to get the impression that this is a tree line. So, I'm going to do this and I'll be right back. Okay, I got that cut. I'm kind of brushing at any of the little white core edges that may have stuck up here, or the bigger flats that might show it. This is a pocket. It's a rough pocket, but I think it will work. I mean, it's going to be rough in the way of just trying to get something in there is what I'm thinking about. But see how that just kind of blends in with that other one? I think that's perfect. Okay. And we don't have... And then we could put something down here from the fussy cuts. I did have... Did I have some words? I think I had words in this one. Now, a few of these Stampiri pads I've been getting have like Spanish. I don't know. It's another language. And it's like, I can't read it. Is it French maybe? Any of y'all know? I've gotten some, and I can't use any of the little words that they give me out there in the behind the front cover because I don't know what it says. And I doubt if anybody here in Stanton, Virginia knows what it says. So, yeah, I've had to bypass that. And when that happens, I don't want to waste a whole front because it's got all these other little things that you can cut to be small tags. So, yeah, you don't want to waste it. Okay, over here, I'm using the rounder, probably just this rounder here, the medium one. And we're going, I don't know where that went, but we're going to get in here and, like, not really ink it. I like to rub along the larger edges. Some of these things I have bypassed and not done this with, but I don't know. Some of them I kind of feel like I need to. Oh, and we need to cut down. Is it the big one? I think it's the big one down there. Let's try that. Of course, I just need to go back over it now. Yeah. Well, it's close enough. Now, that little guy. And, you know, I just said I wasn't going to ink, but it needs to stand out. So I'm grabbing my little Scorched Timber ink here. I think that's what I was messing with. And I'm going to... Phyllis, watch, Phyllis. I'm going to ink the edge, darken it, just so it stands out. And you know what it's there for. I mean, it does look like either a branch or a... I would not want to say coral, but it kind of gives you the impression of it being the ocean with coral underneath. Now, see how that popped it out? It also makes it go a whole lot better with the fishies next door to it. So we're just going to go down this edge. Oh, look, I cut my eagle. That's all right. We got a big eagle flying. I don't know what Mom's crows are thinking, because she always went out and fed her crows. But they didn't get put on the list to be taken care of. we have the deer. My sister's still doing that. And then she does have a whole lot of other, like, songbirds, I guess you would say, that she goes out and she has this whole path that she goes on, my sister does, where she fills up the bird feeders, and there's a few little watering cans and old skillets and things around the grounds here where they'll go in and they fill those up. Okay, so I got a nice little tuck there. I've covered up that mandala, however you say that. We have a tuck there. And we're going to go over here. What have I got this for? Oh, that was for that piece here. Well, that'll be the last thing we do. We'll just leave that there for now. But I wanted to work on this. And what I need to do is to switch the guys around because I think the fish needs to go on the bottom. Wouldn't you think? And hopefully he will be visible. We're going to try this because I don't know if he's going to be visible. Because he's coming up out of the water, you know. And I kind of wanted Mr. Fox to be the top. Or on top where you could see him. So that meant these would go over this way. And I got to measure this or figure if I'm in the right areas on all these. Well, that doesn't look bad. Yeah, you can see everything. Because Mr. Fox, he's so far up, you would hide his head, you know. So, let's start off with the fish. He's the first little guy that has to go down. Well, I'm trying to get the paper clip out of there. All right, so this has to be covered as well. So we need to find something to cover this and to cover this. And I think, no, we don't want that. I've used that. That's for the back. Oh, I dropped a piece. Let's see what that was. It has a fern on it, so that might be a good thing to have over here. It's got like a little fern that kind of could go out that way. And of course it's got the green and all the other goodies. Is it sticking out? Oh yeah, it's on there. And it kind of goes with the greens over here with the bird. Now what's on the back side of that? I mean, I do have this with the, I kind of like that. Maybe I'll put that there. This was for the back. And to tell you the truth, I don't have anything for the front cover. It's going to have a squirrel on it. So, more than likely, this will be on the front cover. I mean, it kind of goes, I wanted to something that kind of go with the fox, though, color-wise, but I don't really have anything. It is what it is. I have to just do what I can do. On the back of Mr. Fox is just birch. Okay. And this, yeah, this would fit, but I don't want any of that for a cover. Alright, so we've got that decided. And let's see. I have to lay this down, figure out where it needs to be cut out, and then get to cutting. And I'm going to go ahead and cut all of these so I can cap my glue. Where'd the pencil's always running off. It's bad. It's a bad pencil. Alright. I'm going to just do like this. And go down like that. Yeah, I've always had a thing about ferns, and I really don't know why. It's I've always enjoyed seeing them out in the woods. Oh, there it is. I've got a few that's actually outside of my window here. And they just kind of grow wild. It's behind the house. There's no sun that really hits it. Just a little bit of morning light. And so I think that's a good spot that it likes to be in. It's cool and shady, just like the forest would be. Okay. Not much of anything left of that piece. So, let's see how that's going to agree with us. I think I cut a little bit off at the bottom. And a little bit off of this tabby piece here. It needs to be chopped on with the sports car. How did y'all like that analogy? Yeah, the big scissors, they're the straight shooters. Yeah, well, I cut a little bit too much off of there, but oh well. Let's straighten that. And then, it's still not straight. Just a little hair more. So it will go with my tab. Okay. I I think that's good. I need to come in a little bit more with this because I've got those 3 little flip cards that need to come in from this back side, and I can't have anything hindering that. Okay, so that's good. Oh, then I have to do the back before I get to gluing. All right, let's figure this out. And I did a little cutting there that I didn't mean to, so it's a good thing that part will be under the flap. So you see, you got you got different things that you can make work, especially if you've cut something by mistake or got ahead of yourself like I do a lot. And this green here is going to be butting in with that green, which will work out to our favor as well. Let's see. Where are you? I'm going to turn it upside down so I can see it better. And we'll just start coming down through here. And where am I going? I don't see anything shining. Oh, there it is, way down here. So I cannot go all the way to the end, basically. Oh, that little piece came off. It's kind of cute. Yeah, it's this little piece right here. There. Oops. There. See, I'm not getting much of any leftovers. I'm not going to have very many leftovers. Whatever I do have, I can make into like journal cards or things. Now this part, I just got to make sure I'm inside of my 2 folding areas. Let's see. Oops. Got stuff everywhere. Yeah, folds there. Does it fold? Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah. All right, let's just get it all glued in. I think I want to be safer than sorry and go in just a tad. Now, you know, you can measure till the cows can come home, but some things just don't have as good of a straight line as you think they should. Oh, now let's think about this. Okay, so this is going to be a background. Oh, I've got a tuck going here, so I don't need anything else. Okay. I was trying to figure out an interactive area, tuck, pocket, whatever that might go there. So I don't need it per se, because I have a I have that tuck going over top of this. So unless I figure something else out to put on top of the tuck, I should be good to go. Yeah. All right. I got that little tiny bead of glue coming out, meaning this poor thing has been left open too long. And it's not running the glue out for me. Ugh. This is where you got to go in and go in. Sometimes you can take the lid off if you have troubles like this with your glue and they just keep jamming and not shooting the glue out. Sometimes you can just take the whole lid off. Now, I've got so much glue on here. I got to try to look, I spit something out. Keep it going because the glue is such a thin line. It's going to dry in no time flat. So I got to get it on here. Otherwise, I'd do that lid technique. Well, rats. I got to move it up just a little bit. See, the wonders of Verily Arts glue. You can move it. I only used art glitter glue one time, and that's where I got my little bottle. I wanted to test it out, see how it was, and it was good. I mean, it did glue quickly, but I don't know, I just thought with the expense, it was a little bit more than art. I mean, my Barely Art glue that I've got in there. That Barely Art did everything I basically needed it to do. So I felt like this was the better way to go. Yeah, when you're out there trying to choose glue. Now, I do have a glue review, or whatever you want to call it, in my, on my channel. If you wanted to search for that, just put in glue probably, and it'll come up. But I was showing some other different glues that I had at that point, and how they worked, and what I felt about them, and, that kind of thing. So if you wanted to go check that out, you might decide which glue might suit you best. I mean, if you're on a budget and you need a good, fast glue, I guess the Fabri-Tac would be my suggestion, because that Fabri-Tac, it's fast and it does a good job. It's just, it gets a little goopy. And, when that happens to me, I put a little bit of fingernail polish remover in it. That thins it down. But I think that's one of the major ingredients that's in it too. So, yeah, that works. Okay, I got a little... I can't see it from this side, though, can you? So I guess I'm good. I just want to make sure that stays flush. Okay, Mr. Fish. I'm going to glue him this side to the back of the tuck. Okay, this way. And I'll put him flush with the bottom. I want him to be all the way down. Go ahead and press that in. Make sure it didn't seep out. Yeah. Ooh, I even got the green there with him. Okay, so this one, I gotta put him on there first and make a little mark to figure out if he's supposed to be right there above that head or what. Okay, is that right? It's about this, yeah. I'm trying to see if this amount of space and that amount of space is about right. And I think I'm going to go with it because I want to be able to see the fish. So it was a little bit off. That's my OCD. I'm calling it my creative art OCD. Maybe that's what I need to call it. I did get a little glue on the inside in here. It didn't want. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, my art OCD. Maybe that's what it needs to be labeled as. I do have, I see a pine cone here. And I do have some pine cones. That keeps reminding me of things I've got on hand that could be used if I feel like I need extra things. Like you could just put like a little pine cone stamp on the back of something like this, or like a plain little tag or a journal card or something that would pull the subject matter, like forest, into the rest of your items you add to your Lapbook. Okay. And then we're going to put this one down real good. Oops. Secure it. And then we're going to flip these bad boys open and make sure they didn't seep out anywhere. And they haven't seeped out back there. So we're good. Now, we're going to do our U-glue and put that down. I don't need anything else here to glue down. I might do an extra wide glue here though, because I've got pulling and things that's going to be going on. So I'll go ahead and do the bottoms and the top. Got a good bit, and I'm going to go down here with a little bit, like a 1/4 inch glue, because you're going to be pulling on the little guys. And this type of glue is really secure. It will get your items down and keep them down. You don't have to worry about them coming up. I got to make sure that's straight though, along the bottom and along the top, before it decides to go down for good. Okay, get back in here, push that so it's even with that background, but now I've got all right, I guess that's where it wants to be. We're going to stick it. I was having a little bit of that paper sticking out back here, but it's blue like the water, so I don't think I'm going to worry about it. But I was trying to get him straight on the top, and it just didn't quite work out, as you can see. But to fix that issue, I can fold him up straight and then try to repress his seam. And that's how that could be fixed. Did that fix it? Maybe I need to go up a little higher. But there are always ways. Okay. There. That worked. See? Look. Let me see if I can hold him up here. See where I've got him nice and flush with the top? That's what I was trying to get at. And then the other ones are fine. As long as they're clearing this folding seam here, I'm happy. But yes, look how cute that is. Like, you fold it open, you got your little raspberries. You can see all your little guys there. You got a deer. Then you got the water. That was the perfect call, guys, to put the fish on the bottom. Did you just see? I have water here. So I've got water there. So it's flowing into the pond. Anyway, so here we have our pocket. We can also put some fussy cutty kind of guys back here. But we have to now address and let's see how this folds up now. It's getting some meat on its bones. Yes, it is. It's getting some meat on its bones. We have to do this little dude. So this one, let me cap my glue again, since it's like do a tantrum like little kids. Yeah, so this part, let me get all the little flakes off of it. I wanted to go with the top down. Now I have to make sure it's going to go under this. And you know, I think I am going to just secure it under here, because this tuck is going to be hiding this whole side. So I can actually glue it to the back side of this little birdie piece here. And then I could just go with the whole length. I was thinking I was going to have to cut it shorter, but no, I don't. So we're going to just cut it to go right across there. And let me get my cutter up here. And I just want to take the whole length. And I'm going to be cutting the bear, but, you know, something had to go. I do like the little boar. He might make it back in here. And then we've got like a pretty leaf design to go with something, if we need it. Now, I do need to score it as well. So, let me figure out. I'm going to be scoring it right here at 1/4 inch, and that's the part that's going to get glued underneath there. But then I need to figure out where I need to fold it. So I could have a fold right here. I can always erase that. See, that's too much. So I've got to... I think I'm going to fan fold it a little closer. Because you don't have to go like page width or, you know, the width of the little book. I'm going to actually... I think I'm going to fan fold it like right here. I don't even need to mark that. Where the little foxes are. I need to, I was going to cut it. I need to score it right there at 1/4 of an inch. That's going underneath to secure it. Then I'm going to, and that's where I like to have this little 3. Now I'm going to be going through the deer, aren't I? Okay, so let's go on this side. Kind of like going right down beside that tree. I've got the deer in the picture. And, you know, they say mountains and valleys and all that stuff when you're scoring. I don't care. I just don't care. What is that, about 8.5? Okay. So let's take it and score it at about 4. Okay, so he's going to come out here. He's going to fold. Okay, so, all right. Now, I want to, because of the way it's going to fold in here, I want to make this inside a little shorter. So we're going to kind of bring that down like right along this line here. And I'll show you why I chose to do that. There is a reason behind the madness. Okay. So the reason was, when it gets in here, okay, this is going to fold this way. Let me get my little thing and fold it and press it in. And then this part is going to fold this way. Is it straight? I'm trying to make sure it folds straight with the top and the bottom. Okay. Sometimes, like I said, nature has its own way of doing things. All right, and I'm going to go ahead, and it's probably going to be folded like that for this seam that's going to be glued in. So, like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this off and glue this in onto the back side of this guy. Oh, and I even left a little bit of room there. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. All right. Now I can get in here and round cut the edges, which might be nice because it sort of comes out as a finished piece. I'm trying to figure out whether I want to put a tab on here. I got to see if I've got enough room. All those little scrap pieces and stuff that I've got, I can get in here and create little tab pieces, little tops and things for the tags with them. So those little scraps that's come off, they're not going to go to waste. You've always got something you can do with them. All right, and this piece here, we're going to fold it over and see if it'll stay straight. I'm going to just actually go to this side. I'm going to make sure everything is straight. I'm going to push this in really good so it adheres to this back panel. That piece right there is kind of not straight, so I had the chance to push that in. There we go. Did I have enough glue on it? Whenever you push on something like this, I mean, you can even go along the side like that and push that on with your little piece as well. I do that quite a bit when I'm wanting to make sure it is flush. Okay, is all of that on there? One more for good measure. It looks like everybody's straight. Yeah, that's straight because I can see it right there. And then I'm looking down here and it doesn't look like it's quite matching. So that's a possibility where I could go in and trim it just a little bit. Let's do that just a hair because there's not that much off. But we just don't want it to be sticking out. Okay, see, it didn't take much. Okay, so this piece goes here. The way it's going to get glued down is it's going to be, Oh, it's going to... Sorry. It's going to be glued against here. So it's going to have two... I'm going to make a real thick bead of glue here, a thick bead of glue there, and along the spine. And that is going to rest right there. Oh, look at the acorns and stuff that's there. Oh, this turned out perfect. Okay. But this little guy, he can flip this way. And you can see the deer, and then you've got the little deer in here. But it will also flip out that way. And the reason that I made this piece in the center a little smaller, and this piece was a little on the smaller side, was so when it folded up, it wasn't going to be too long for here. And, I mean, I could have made this piece a little longer, but I wanted that little bit to stick out so I could pull it, you know, where you knew there was something else there. I mean, I could have went shorter, but I liked where it landed with the animals as well. You have to look at your pattern on your paper, because I didn't want these in a crease, and I didn't want this little guy anywhere near a crease. So, there. that was my explanation. But, so we can hook this back up. So I'm going to have to wrap it up and get ready to head down with Mom. So, yes, it's getting some chunky weight to it. Good, good, good. And I need to probably figure out if I want to... I don't think I've got enough of anything to put extra in here, but I think it's getting to the point that I might not have to worry about it. I do have a few other little goodies that's in here that's going to be put in. Like the squirrel, he goes on the front, but I have another one of these little flippy things that I need to try to put somewhere. Did I have another squirrel? What's a squirrel here? The big squirrel goes on the cover. But I've got... Oh, this is a piece that was from the front cover. Because, see, there we go. That was what I was explaining. There was only 2 pieces in English. Maybe this one and that one. But everything else is in Spanish or something. Or 3 or 4 other languages. I don't even know. So I chose to go around here and use either like little journal cards, tags, or whatever. And I had this piece where it could be like a big journal card. Now I'll cover this with like, you know, coffee dyed paper or something. And have it, you know, writable. So it could be written on. Now I've got the big squirrel for the front. He is, and then there's the bear. I have to put him in there somehow. But he's a little on the large side for the cover. So I decided, because he won't fit that way. So I decided to maybe put him that way, like he's sitting on his branch right side up. So I was going to do something like that. So whatever goes in the background, we'll probably work on that next when I get back. Yeah, something like that. Well, that kind of goes good. I just wanted it to go with the back as well, because the back has got this on it. But, oh well, it will work out. We'll make sure it works out. So, I really appreciate everybody coming by to see me today and see how this is getting along. Everybody have a great, great day, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.